We want to raise a generation of young people who are, who understand the importance of conserving the environment, and more importantly, taking that conversation home.
We have to change ourselves first and accept, so that now, before you move out and change the other person, you need to change first.
In the grand tapestry of global aspirations, the Sustainable Development Goals beckon us towards a future where every soul flourishes and our planet thrives in harmony. At the heart of these ambitions lies Goal 15, Life on Land, a call to action to preserve, restore, and sustainably manage our terrestrial ecosystems. Today, our interconnectedness with nature defines our survival. The preservation of our forests and the entire climate ecosystems stands as an emblem of hope and a testament to our commitment to the planet's well-being.
The conservation of environment is important for us as a county and of course as a country at large, because climate change is a problem that is worldwide now, and each county needs to take part in it. And also as sports department, we are taking that initiative to be part of the larger initiative of the county. Our governor is passionate in terms of climate conservation initiative, and he's done a lot of giving out fruit trees as well as trees for planting in the entire Elgeyo Marakwet County. So this is just part of the many things we've been doing in terms of climate action.
In the embrace of Kenya's Elgeyo Marakwet County, this global pursuit finds a local resonance where the footprint of SDG 15 touches lives, shaping a narrative of resilience, sustainability, and hope.
And planting of the trees, you have talked of planting the fruits. So these fruits, we can also engage the farmers so that they can also plant along their farms as we add to from the boundary to this end, and also along the road, and we ensure that we protect them.
Amidst breathtaking landscapes and picturesque of Elgeyo Marakwet lies the scars of an ongoing battle: deforestation, a critical global issue threatening ecosystems and altering lives.
I'm very sure you have been to the valley, and you have seen the routine, the livelihood. Those people, first of all, most of them, every homestead actually, they embrace livestock. Most of them, they must have at least some form of sheep, goat, cows. That is their livelihood. And then secondly, they do some bit of agriculture. But what they really plant in the landscape actually is just the cereals for sustainability. But then now the rest of the members of the family have nothing else to do, because I have interrogated the land ownership. Land in this place looks like a communal ownership. It is owned by the clan. The land belongs to the clan. You hear them telling you, we belong to this family. The other one belongs to that family. And they have distinct boundaries.
Including the fallows. Yes.
Right from the valley up to the islands. Yeah. So they are in their mind, they have even up to boundaries. They have boundaries. They know their boundaries.
Yeah.
So one family cannot cross over to the other family. And then now the issue that is in the family now, the issue of employment. There is the issue of the youths and the need to seek for extra survival. So that is the cause of the problem.
The tale of forests unfolds with consequences echoing far beyond its borders. As the world seeks to address deforestation's impact on climate and biodiversity loss, the lens zooms in on the local landscape.
Simply planting more trees and conserving the ones that we have. This can be done in two ways. For instance, yesterday we engaged more than 400 employees in a tree planting exercise in Kamarini Stadium. and we also educated them the benefits of tree planting. They were very much eager to participate in the tree planting, and also they requested if they can be able to be used as a focus point that the community can look up to in installing the current ecosystem damage. So my prayer is through the county and also through the Arthritis Association, we can be able to have proper structures whereby we can use the arthritis on as a forefront team that can also help to educate the farmers the need of more tree planting.
Here, the story unfolds, intertwining global aspirations with boots on the ground efforts. This story isn't solely one of despair. It's also a narrative of unwavering resilience and community-driven change where and when leadership combines to show the path.
One, we have decided that we will be planting trees along their training circuits. And these trees will not just be trees, but they will be fruit trees, so that the farmers will also benefit from. We will also, this partnership also will ensure that the training circuits are in good shape.
We are in total support, and we will actually like to support this kind of maybe planting of the trees, just not only for this year, but we want to do it very massive from next year and going forward.
Local leaders, driven by a shared vision, have joined hands in a relentless effort to overturn the tides of degradation. Associations within the community have rallied to conserve the environment, establishing nurseries as vibrant hubs of growth not only for trees but also for economic opportunity.
Majority of them can agree. Already we have them, most of them taking part in the nursery. So if you can come in and add the value of bamboo, you will find a lot of followers.
And we say, let's start here for now. Even as we continued formalizing all our discussion or our engagement, can we start something? We have a nursery here for propagating what? Bamboo, for example. So even when we formalize everything, we just now picking the bamboo, going to plant. Can we start somewhere? So that even those bamboo comes, we'll be able to do what? The charcoal. And so we say we have an alternative. Yes, don't cut trees, and we're not giving you gas to cook. What? Okay, it's good. Yes, they don't use charcoal. They don't use timber or trees to cook. What will they use? Maybe they don't have a cow for biogas. That training you're talking about, that's my shift. Yes, it's important because these are our families. These are our people. We know them. That's our shosho. She is maybe 90 years. All her life she has been cooking with what? With fire. With fire. And you can't teach a dog to do what? a new trick, isn't it?
Yes, very true.
So what is the low-hanging fruit for us now?
Amidst this challenging reality, the melody of change harmonizes with the faithful hearts of communities guided by godly values of stewardship and care for creation. The script of restoration reverberates in every gatherings where leaders inspire dialogue, weaving environmental conservation into the fabric of their clarion call.
Now the only issue that they need to deal with now here is the quickest one, which is charcoal. So that is why now there is a lot of charcoal coming from the landscape. But now, when you look at us as experts, we have the solution. Through the KEFRI. KEFRI have developed a lot of techniques of conserving or saving charcoal. Those skills for saving charcoal, we have them, but they cannot embrace them. We have them down in Baringo, where you are talking about, where the Matenge is. We even taught them how to use the improved techniques of producing charcoal. When you come to the landscape, they still use the traditional ones. Even if you give them the actual technique and the equipments, they will set aside the equipment and continue because they don't know they are losing. And then secondly, in our neighbors in the Uasin Gishu, there used to be the wattle trees that used to produce they used to use for leather. But now they turned that one into charcoal. So people in Uasin Gishu, you can encourage them to plant plantation. But in the landscape, even telling them to plant a seedling, they will not do that.
The pursuit to reverse the impacts, including landslides, loss of livelihoods, and the erosive allure of the county. There is consensus among all the local stakeholders, including love-embraced stakeholders, that it's time to act, and act with urgency.
There are conversations we are talking about here which will mature in 5 years' time. But are they going to be possible? Yes, with the mind shift that you have talked about. And we are not only engaging here, we are also engaging in the valley. So we are here with an open mind. Whatever we see, we will share with you. But we will not only just share with you, we will also share with the world. Here are opportunities that you guys can consider. And that is what he's talking about, managed. Even these stakeholders require not just to be present, but they require to be managed. Managed into an opportunity, managed into the dynamics. It is important for them to understand that, for example, if we need avocado trees, we need to build capacity of the local, tree nurseries. And what a joy to deal with community forest association who already have the discipline, and the opportunity. Here there is water, there is the partnership, they can derive value.
Then we can be able to have some measurable delivery that we can say. From this school, we have saved 3 trees a day, 10 trees a week. And then maybe through the county, we can do a county policy whereby the schools will be told, stop using firewood. Maybe for procurement, maybe in town, when you have that buffet, you tell the guy who's doing buffet, if you have to supply food to us, don't use firewood. Tunaangalia. So kidogo, there is a penetration level that can be done. And the beauty about bamboo is a fast-growing thing. So as long as we have the cuttings, we can do tens and tens of numbers ready for planting come April.
Accelerated interventions and campaigns led by the county actors, including planting fruit trees, avocado, macadamia, citrus, coffee, and even bamboo for briquettes, especially along the valley, the water catchment areas and the escarpment, is the way of reclaiming and protecting the future.
Trees will not just be trees, but they will be fruit trees, so that the farmers will also benefit from.
We need to go backward first and do the training. That is where we are. The training is in establishment of bamboo. They are not established. They are not looking at bamboo as a means to anything. And also they are not planting. So maybe we go backward first, and then now with education, and then with time, perhaps when they are empowered. That is now when you can, if you tell them now to leave what they are doing, and you give them the option of a briquette, they may not understand, because it is something that is not in their midst. So we need first of all to empower them with the knowledge, and then apart from the knowledge, we need to move with them, establish the requisite nurseries, encourage them to establish those bamboo plantations. And by and large, once they have the plants, then we can now talk about the alternative uses of the bamboo for charcoal.
Through united endeavors, local communities have embraced change, trading the path of destruction for that of renewal. A transformational shift is underway as bamboo, avocado, coffee, pawpaws, and other fruit trees graze the once barren lands along the escarpments, creating new opportunities for new possibilities and value chains.
We also need advice on planting the right trees. We advise that they plant more indigenous trees other than the exotic trees. Reason because indigenous trees has more carbon absorption rate compared with exotic trees. And they also have a higher benefit in carbon trading than the exotic trees. They can educate the farmers on ways of how they can benefit from carbon credit, because this is passive income, and when it is passive income, you can earn carbon credit for up to 21 years. So it is an area that can be explored on. We can also encourage like public schools or the eateries to stop using firewood. We go go for other alternative sources of energy, which is possible. It has been done in other countries. We just need to start small and then implement the same, and there will be a big change.
Seeds of hope are being sown, not just in soil, but in the hearts of the community, nurturing an ethos of stewardship as tree planting and reforestation become the norm.
Where we were in the beginning, the species, the choice of the species found in the valley, some of them are difficult to propagate. And once you lose that particular species, it is difficult
To get it back.
to bring it back or to multiply. Yeah. So those are the challenges that we have. So that is why I was saying we need to have a mindset. Give these people an income generating activity as an exchange of what they are doing currently. And then the second one maybe is education. Now that you are here, you can listen to their stories and have solution of changing that particular mindset. I have talked about Kalenjin. These are Kalenjins, and their main core is livestock. That is why I was of the mind that if these people, we could encourage them to accept to use biogas, for example, and then we will have moved maybe a step or two towards conserving the trees, because even those mamas, if they can be taught on the importance of this gas and the time they waste, so before they plan to go and look for firewood, already they can make their tea using the gas. And then in the morning, instead of throwing away the cow dung, this is a resource for fueling this biogas. By and large, we have to have a starting point somewhere. And then we move now. Maybe we can start by sponsoring a few, and then others will learn. And then at the end of the day, a lesson could have been taught.
This reforestation is not just about trees, it's about safeguarding the lifelines of our communities.
I bought a watermelon for 20 bob. I thought I had hacked it, only to realize it was for 10 bob, and it was huge. So there is a lot of potential. If those farmers or those people are aggregated together, like in cooperatives or in certain organized groups, there is a lot of potential there. People would say there is a challenge about the road, but that road is motorable because we have like 40, 50 trucks going there every day. They go and come out. But when you look at the fraction of the land that is being farmed, it is a very small percentage. One of the places that we visited is that lady chief that we visited in her homestead. She has done some very good permaculture, mixed farming, whereby we had sorghum, we had bananas, we had avocado, we had lemon, we had oranges. We counted 17 different food crops that you can use or you can eat. So every season you have something. Yeah? So that is something that can also be encouraged, and it is not very difficult. The only challenge is what harvesting again. And I'm glad that the water person is here.
Community-led initiatives fueled by leadership virtues are taking root. Nurseries blooming with life and plantlets rise to protect the land.
Organized structures in the forest through the Community Forest Association. In fact, we were here in the morning with the Deputy Governor, and she was meeting part of the CFA. And they were showing her what they have done. Actually, she came to witness. She was to come last week before they planted. They had a lot of trees in this area, but because of the rains, the CFA members planted the seedlings. So she came to listen to their stories.
It's a testament to the unity of purpose and resilience, painting a local landscape alive with revival and renewed hope.
For us as Department of Lands, we want to ensure that all areas are adjudicated so that we have land tenure that is already owned by individuals. At the same time, we want to ensure that every owner of land secures part of their land for purposes of tree planting. Within the last 5 years, we've witnessed a lot of climate change in terms of even the water level, the availability of water, the raining pattern, it has changed. But with the initiative of our president of planting 1.5 billion trees, 15 billion trees within the county, within the country, we hope that things will go back to the way they were sometimes back, so that we have normal rain pattern, because even our farmers depend on rain.
While challenges persist, the spirit of hope shines brightly. It's a narrative of communities rejuvenating ecosystems, fostering economic growth, and shaping a resilient future. The path to restoration may be long, the work may look Herculean, but it's one marked by determination, unity, and the promise of a flourishing tomorrow.
We look at our CIDP, and particularly in environmental sector, it talks about tree growing, and not just trees, but just trees that has economic value to the people. In the last weeks, Mose and the team, we've been able to supply tree seedlings to our communities in the 20 wards, whereby we target households. We realize that our people don't have stable cash crops in the county. So one way of maybe enhancing the economic growth is by way of telling them to have a cash crop that will give them income at the end of the day.
That is why, at the core of Love Embraced initiative is such a compelling partnership in environmental restoration agenda in Elgeyo-Marakwet County and her neighbors. Parklands Baptist Church is counting on you to get involved in showing love through spreading the green gospel as a tool for peace rooted in faith, as we together demonstrate the possibility in synergy and drive sustainable change in Kenya.
It was the story of Elgeyo-Marakwet being told by its people. The role of the church has been clear that ours is to convene. The church has a reputation that spans over 47 years that gives it a mandate, a respectable mandate, that when it calls, then it can be heard. And that is the backdrop of every engagement that we had at the time.
Herein lies the opportunity to unlock the county's potential, create a success story, spur alternative livelihoods, shared prosperity, and sustainable peace. There is a major opportunity for mass impact, reviving ecosystems through stewardship.
The very least we can do, maybe as a government, is to encourage them to plant trees. But then also the problem, we do not have those particular tree species in the landscape. They will prefer to go for the ones we are doing in the highlands, that is the exotics, which are not going to do very well in the valley. So I don't know. It will take all of us. It will take all of us to concentrate in changing this mindset so that we succeed.
Livelihoods are being nurtured, water sources are being safeguarded, and futures are being reimagined. In this symphony of transformation, the melody of faith entwines with climate restoration, a resounding hymn of hope that echoes from the grand stage of global aspirations to the quiet, devoted hearts of Elgeyo-Marakwet. As faith and stewardship converge, a harmonious future beckons, a future where the pulse of the SDGs beats in tandem with the spirit of community-led revival. Together, as stewards of the land, let's join the county in painting a new canvas, one where forests thrive, waters flow, hope blossoms, and peace begins. Let's join in, shaping the home of champions, Elgeyo-Marakwet, with endless possibilities.